Hello, everybody. I'm actually doing one of the Reading Rush Challenge videos. I know I'm a little late doing it, but this is the time I had to record. So, this one is from, I think was it day 2 or 3? Day 2. Tuesday? I don't know. But this is the 2 Truths and 1 Big Little Lie challenge. Or video. Whatever. And I decided to talk about authors that I've met. Because I have met a few. And it's up to you to figure out which one I did not meet. Oh, this is going to be fun. Let's see. Which ones do I use? I met Neil Gaiman at the English Honor Society convention in Minneapolis. Oh, geez, 10 years ago? 10 years ago, I think. That'd be about right. And he signed my copy of The Graveyard Book. But yeah, so it had to be about 10 years ago, because I think that book's been out for 10 years now. And I got it shortly after it was out, and right after it won the Newbery Award. So, yeah. There's that one. That's one. Neil Gaiman, Graveyard Book. I have also met Robin Cook. When I was working at a store called Media Play, which a lot of people don't know Media Play, and I don't even know if they still are in existence or not. We had ours for maybe a year before they closed, but that's a whole other story. We were having an author signing, and they assigned me to the table to help the author, which was pretty cool. And the problem was, we had 2 stores in our market. I worked at one store, which was near the Fairfield Commons Mall in Beaver Creek, Ohio. And the other location was over by the Dayton Mall. I never went to that location, so I don't know a whole lot about how things work there, but I loved it. It was a really neat store. Basically, you took a bookstore, a video store, and a music store, and smushed them all together. Therefore, Media Play. We also had a section that had a little bit of like computer software and stuff, but that section never really did much. Anyway, I was assigned to work the table for an author signing, and we were all excited because Robin Cook was a really big name author. We were like, woohoo, we got somebody great coming in to sign books. And he didn't show up, and we're like, what the hell's going on? And then we got a phone call from the other location. They're like, yeah, were you guys supposed to have an author signing today? And we're like, yeah, and he's not here, he's late. They said, that's because he's here, we think we'll keep him. And we're like, no, and he refused to stay there. He's like, no, this isn't where I'm supposed to be. I'm going to go where I'm supposed to be. So even though he was at the wrong location, he made the trip to our location and did a signing, even though he was late. And I think that was really great. And signed the inside copy of my book. I'm trying to remember which title it was. Oh, wow, this is a long time ago. I mean, this is like more than 20 years ago, so... yeah, anyway, inside of my book, he signed to my favorite kind of bookkeeper, and then signed his name, and I thought that was pretty neat. And, found out he really did go to medical school and everything, and that was really cool. We had really nice conversation while we sat there, because since the timing was so messed up, we really didn't get a whole lot of people in. We didn't get a lot of people anyway. But because he was late, we had even fewer people. So I felt really bad that, he didn't get a whole lot of people to his signing. And he probably should have stayed at the other store, which was a bigger store and got more people, more traffic. But, we didn't get a lot of traffic anyway, normally, because people didn't know what we were. And it was word of mouth, I'd worked at a different bookstore previous. I went from that bookstore to Media Play. And I was like, nobody knows you're here. I only happened to be going to another store that was in the same shopping center, and was like, oh, what's this place? And wandered in and applied for a job and got hired so I could leave my other job. Anyway, so that's 2. So we've got Neil Gaiman and Robin Cook, and the third one would be Allan Eckert, who does a lot of historical fiction, particularly of the Ohio area, like Dayton area. I believe he lived in, I want to say, Xenia in Greene County. Anyway, he was a local guy, and he was an older gentleman. He has since passed away. And my mom and I went to an event at the Nutter Center, which is it's right next to Wright State University. It's kind of their building, but they host all kinds of events and concerts and things. I guess the equivalent would be Rupp Arena in Kentucky, where it's the Kentucky basketball place, but they also have other events. Well, in this case, and the only time I ever saw them have it, they did a book event, which was really fun. They had tables of local authors, like Ohio authors, and I met a bunch of different people there. But in particular, my mom and I talked to Allan Eckert, and he talked to us for quite a while. Really friendly man. And we had him sign a book for my dad's birthday. So this was he just turned 85, so it would have been his 60th birthday. And it was pretty neat, because it was an author he loved, and we got to meet him. Unfortunately, Dad wasn't with us that day. I think he had to work. But we got to meet an author he really loved. He was really friendly. We picked up a couple different books that we knew my dad didn't have. One of them was fairly new. And, got him to sign Happy 60th Birthday and his name, and that's pretty neat. It's really cool when you have time to actually talk to an author for a while and they'll personalize things. So that's 3 authors that I've met and had conversations with. Neil Gaiman in Minneapolis signing the Graveyard Book, and he signed it to Amy, and he drew a tombstone and then signed his name. And when I met Neil Gaiman, it was after midnight. The line was so long. And my friend and I would go to the bar and have a drink, book video, and explain what the lie is and why I use that as a lie. Because there is a reason why I chose that particular one. So, I could have said Anne Rice, but I didn't actually get to meet her. Somebody I worked with had to go and take my book and get it signed because they wouldn't let us all off. Wonder why? A bookstore with no employees. So I didn't get to meet Anne Rice, which is too bad because at that point in time she was one of my favorite authors ever. So remember, Neil Gaiman, Robin Cook, Allan Eckert. And you can leave your guess in the comments. Keep an eye out for the answers. Bye-bye.